Hi, fellow traders. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I'm going to do a quick recap here for you on my trades from the day. Try to take you around the block in about 7 minutes. But I want to show you just what you can do when there's a seemingly tough day in the market. If you just have patience in the market and faith in your process. I call it paciencia y fe. So always patience in your market. Faith in your process, patience in the market. That's all we need. And we can have days like today. Anytime I mess up, it's because I don't have patience. So this is what we were waking up to this morning. Second day in a row, the market gap down huge. Typically, when we get a gap down day, the initial value is going to be to the long side. But you can see we had a big wick up, and we kind of held a gap under the previous 52-week low. So really bearish day. Now tomorrow, could we get a dead cat bounce or either just kind of rest? Yeah, I would say we need to rest. After 3 days of this, I would say we need rest, but you don't know. You're not going to know until we get in the morning and we see what the market's doing. So I'm not going to try to guess. I'm not going to try to speculate. Just going to be here in the morning looking at what the market's bringing us. First trade today was Netflix. Textbook opening range breakdown. I didn't get this on my watch list, but the chart was up because I was watching it Friday, and this is the first one that set up. It set up before Meta, and we got in here. You don't short above the pre-market low, so this was a 5-minute opening range low here. Here's a pre-market low. We got in under that, got a couple of targets. We started the bottom here, and I went ahead and took it off, listening to the market, listening to the chart. And we got out, and you can see we would have been stopped out here before this move happened. So here, this was a nice little fake out. We did set up and trigger an entry below the lower day here, but it failed. It bounced. It put in a lower high. So of course, the next time it came through, I was ready for it, but it didn't work. This is just one of those trades that everything set up. The chart had room to make money. Everything was right, but it just didn't work. So to me, this is a winning trade because I did everything according to the book and the way it was supposed to. So for me, every winning trade isn't profitable. A winning trade to me is if I executed my process perfectly in the market. Doesn't matter whether I made money or not. We're gonna, at the end of the week, we're gonna have money in the bank. End of the month, we're gonna have money in the bank. Gotta have that casino mindset that I talk about. Next trade was SQ. SQ was a nice trade here. We got this on a confirmation of taking out the 52-week low, but it bounced and back tested some of these levels. This is why you need to be able to give your trade room. This getting in and putting in a 10 or 20 cent stop makes no sense when you're trading like this. So you have to get in with the size that's going to allow you to back test, because most trades do not immediately go in your favor. Most of them are going to bounce or pull back before they make the big move. And we did here. We had patience in our process. And when we have patience with the market and faith in our process that we're going to get it. So here's the first two targets here. I was getting ready to bail out, accidentally shorted again. Instead of taking the last 100 shares off, I added, and so I was in, but I gave it a chance to see if we were going to break through the level here. It didn't, so I went ahead and took it off for a little bit of profit here. and that was that with SQ. And you could see it pretty much flatlined here, and it did the same thing that Netflix did. It tried to break down and bounce again, and it just didn't work. It just traded sideways here. So next was my good friend Meta, and it wasn't dancing too well early. You could see the price action here just wasn't clean. I was able to get a base hit out of this, and it just traded sideways forever. But once it broke through this channel, the bottom channel here, beautiful trade on it. Closed it right at the end of the day. So this is still my favorite dancing partner. Again, you just have, if it is not in rhythm, if the song is playing is not for you, then let it go. Then you could always jump back in. And this is what happened with Meta here. So this turned out to be a really, really good trade. So our earnings trade, final trade of the day, we're still in this. Next target, 73.25. You see again, we had to have patience. This is identical to the 5-minute opening range breakout that we trade every morning. Once it announced we got in, it pulled back. It held a bottom here. For a minute, it was trying to flag, but it just kind of got broken up. As long as we were holding this base and we didn't lose the 9 moving average, trades in play. So this was a pretty good move here. We waited until the conference call kicked off. Typically, you're going to get the move then. It's either going to go up or down. Here, we felt it was going to continue to go since we were holding a base here, and that's exactly what happened. Took a little bit to get to our first target here at 72. It's taken a little bit to get to our next target up here through 73, but you know, this is a successful earnings trade. There's no guessing or anything. We let the chart tell us what to do. We don't let all of this other BS prevent us from getting in here like, oh, this was up too high, or this is more than the ATR. Who cares? If a stock's reporting earnings, it's going to move 10, 15 times its ATR. Go back and look at Netflix when it announced earnings and tell me how much over its ATR it moved. Even though we put in like a $20 candle to start with. We made a killing on it. You can't use these limited mindsets that you pick up along the way. All right. If you want to learn this stuff, come join us at bearbulltraders.com. We're here every day. And everything is simple. Keep it simple, stupid. And you're going to be consistent. My theory, the less moving parts you have, the more consistent you're going to be. So that does it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the jungle.